that smell incredible and give you hundreds and hundreds and hundreds, if not thousands and thousands of flowers. From Barbara King, this is your two-piece reblooming lilac called a Josee. So this is a variety of lilac that is unique. It is hard to find, and we are going to give you 2 plants for 3 easy payments of $13.28 with free shipping and handling. And I want to go right to Barbara King, who joins us from her exquisitely beautiful Valley Forge Flowers outside of Philadelphia. It's a beautiful home and garden center. She is really known for her plants. Hi, Barbara. How are you?
I am great, and I am so happy to be back with our Josee lilac plant. This plant is so popular here in our store, and it's one that I have at my home. It's one that turns heads because, like most lilacs, they bloom and it's for a really short
Yeah.
period, but it's one of our most beloved plants. These bloom and they're going to bloom for such a long time. First of all, you're getting hundreds of these lavender pink florets on these really long 4 to 5 inch pinnacles. Then after that first heavy bloom in late spring, Josee is going to continue to flower intermittently up until the first frost. So, Sandra,
Well,
this is one
that alone makes
that
it the
turns
better
heads.
lilac, right? Like that's it. That's kind of all I need to know. I'm in because it's so exciting when you smell that lilac in late spring and it's so gorgeous and
Oh,
just when you get a couple of whiffs in and the flowers start to bloom, they're gone.
mhm.
And
I
that is
know.
like they're gone. So it's really
Yes,
exciting to have something. Now, your heaviest, we should manage expectations. That heaviest bloom, that where you see
sure.
all those flowers, it's gonna be the most prolific in late spring. But when we say
Yeah,
intermittently, it really blooms will pop up a little
yeah,
less dense with the blooms, but they will pop up all season long. I've
yeah.
never actually
It's
even heard of a
amazing.
lilac that
You
can do
know,
that.
my husband and I have grown plants pretty much our whole life. And the first time we saw this, we were at a friend's house. And first of all, we got the fragrance. The fragrance of this lilac is by far the sweetest fragrance we've ever had waft coming, which turned our heads. And we're looking at it saying, what is that?
You're
It
like,
sure looks like a lilac, but
why
it's
do I
not
smell lilac
possible.
in August, right? It's like, why is it the 4th of
Exactly.
July and I can smell a lilac?
Right? So we kept walking closer and they had it up by their barn and I'm like, no, it's a lilac. And my husband is saying, but it can't be. It's August. I mean, it can't be a lilac. Well, picked twigs and brought it back to their house. They're like, yeah, can you believe that's a lilac that is going to bloom all the way up to the first frost? And it is
That
such a pretty
is
one.
so cool. All right, so I need to
So
let you know
exciting.
there are 300 people placing their orders right now. Lots of people have already placed their orders, and we do not have many of these to go around. So my producer Frank is saying, you got to tell them this is going to go really quickly.
Hurry.
Now, you get 2 of these, and they end
Yeah.
up being under $20 a piece. On the Easy Pay, you can get it home for $13. And notice, no shipping and handling. So it's free shipping and handling. We're not charging you an arm and a leg to ship out these live plants. So Barbara, we're going to get 2 plants that look
You
like
are.
this. How
I'm going to go
long,
over.
although yours will come with containers, I'm just showing you the plant outside of the container. How long until this little guy turns into this big, bold, showy, fragrant lilac bush?
Right. That is a few years, and it is so worth the wait. It just gets better year after year. The first year, you're going to get foliage. The second year, you're going to start to get these blooms. What I have in front of here is 3 years, and this is something that every year just gets better. And you're going to get this plant to grow 4 to 6 feet tall. So it's a nice size too. And the pinnacles on this are incredible. They're 4 to 5 inches with hundreds of these soft pink lavender florets on each one of the pinnacles. And I wish I could let you get the fragrance, but it is just this soft, beautiful fragrance. And this lilac is so unusual that it's going to bloom through the whole season intermittently. And those
That's really
flowers are,
exciting. I mean,
yeah, and they're
even if you have lilac bushes in in your area or in your yard, plant these with them because when they have
sure.
completely stopped for the entire year, your Josee plants will keep giving you blooms. Barbara, can you give us some tips on where we should place these? How much sun do
Uh,
they need? How much
absolutely.
space should I give them? If I'm going to plant them together, how far apart should I plant them?
Yeah. So they're going to love full sun. So don't be afraid to put these right out there in full sun. They're going to get tall. So just keep in mind that lower plants in front of them, these can be further back. These have such a beautiful cottage feeling. So if you're going for that look, they're great specimen plants too. They're going to get 4 to 5 feet wide. So at least plant them that far apart too. When you get them home, they're going to be tiny, but every year they're going to get bigger and better and more full of flowers. And you're going to have that lilac that just stops people. And
Yeah.
because your mind cannot believe that, as you said, the lilac is so wonderful when it blooms and we all look forward to it. And you get that lilac in bloom, and before you know it, you blink and it's done. This one is going to keep reblooming throughout the season, and it's just unbelievable to
It's
have a
really
lilac
exciting.
that does this.
So full sun, and when you consider
Yeah.
about how big it's going to get, actually it will grow pretty quickly. So by the second year you should have some blooms, and then it just gets bigger and bigger and bigger. Over 500 orders have been placed now. That is 1,000 lilac bushes out the door. We do not have that many to go around for the year, and unfortunately when it comes to live plants, there's no factory we can call and ask them to put more on the assembly line. I mean, we
No.
have what we have, and that goes for not only Barbara King, it goes for Roberta's coming up and Philip Watson. So when you see things in this show that you love, jump on them. We will not ship this until it's the right time for you. So if you have snow on the ground right now, we're not shipping it to you now. We ship it when it's the perfect time for you. But Barbara, I'm looking at these flowers and I'm thinking, I cannot believe we're going to have lilacs from really spring through frost with some
Right?
fragrance all summer long.
I know my husband and I, we always think because we were really born into this business that we must have seen everything that's out there. When we first saw these lilacs, we could not believe that they were lilac because it was August when we were at a friend's
That's
house.
very
We're
cool.
like, well, it smells like lilac, but it's even sweeter. But it looks like lilac from a distance. We've got to get closer. We're getting close and we're going back. No, that's not, it can't be. It was lilac and it
Yeah.
was Josie lilac.
And now
So
we
we had
get
to go to
two.
our growers and
Yeah.
find these amazing lilacs. The bees and the butterflies, the pollinators just cannot resist the fragrance as
Speaking of,
you
yeah.
won't be able to.
Speaking of pollinators, Barbara's going to be back just in a little bit with this, a very unique variety of red hot